Good morning from my side. My name is Hans Wiedemann. I'm the responsible line manager for the Quectel modules, the GSM GPRS modules that we introduced first about 3 months ago in early July. Over the last 3 months, we had enormous feedback on these modules, and there were some questions regarding software implementations mostly. So we decided to do a seminar or a quick webinar about the implementation of some software to establish a connection between two modules or to put a module into sleep mode and wake it up again. My colleague Tatjana here will guide you through this webinar with technical details. And I wanted to emphasize, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. This webinar is conducted in English, but if you have questions in German, no problem at all. So you can ask anytime. What we will do after the seminar, we will send out this presentation to everyone who participated in this webinar, and we would also like to summarize then the questions in a short mail along with the answers to you then. One plea from my side as well, if you have any specific topics that you would like to see addressed in a further webinar, please give feedback to us. You can answer to the mail that you received then afterwards, and we would be pleased to set up another seminar with more topics that are addressed by you then. If you are also interested in the modules themselves or in any other questions, we will be at the Elektronik in November this year, so you're welcome to visit our booth there, and you have always someone there who will be able to answer your questions or can take them and then see that you get answers provided shortly. Just a quick flashback on what was done in July. In July, we introduced the target applications for the GSM GPRS modules, which are the typical POS applications, the point of sales applications like the terminals and vending machines. Another field is smart metering, at the meter directly, handheld data readers or concentrators. Then the typical telematics applications like vehicle and asset tracking, fleet management, car diagnostic, and a lot of other fields like security and surveillance, remote control and monitoring, and health applications. The Quectel modules that have been introduced, you can see here. I would like to emphasize the M95, which is the newest module, very small footprint, so it fits into each and every device that you might consider. All the modules have a very wide temperature range, are class 12. GPRS modules, and they cover the GSM and GPRS bands, quad band of course. There's also a new module on the way supporting UMTS standard then. Last time I also introduced a typical development kit, like here the M80 development kit, and this is where Tatjana will start now. With the M80 development kit, you have all the material and all the information, all the tools that you need to start to develop your application. So this is the point where Tatjana will start now and show you two typical software implementations like I mentioned before. The sending of the module into sleep mode and waking it up again, and the transmission of data between two modules. Okay. Tatjana's turn.
Hello, good morning everybody. My name is Tatjana Gazivoda-Nikolic, just Tatjana would do. And I'm the application engineer with Atlantic Elektronik, supporting GSM products aiming end-to-end market applications provided by Quectel. My goal for today is to present you answers on the questions raised out of the most frequently discussed subjects with our customers, who were asking about the GSM modules, hardware design and functionality, but also about the handling and usage. Those topics that I'm going to tell a few words about are tools and solutions at disposal when working with Quectel modules. Then what is meant by low power mode and sleep mode of the module from the test and functionality point of view. Then I'll touch the subject of waking up scenarios of the modules, and finally I'll tell about the establishing TCP data connection using Quectel modules. The hardware available for developers working with modules, the evaluation board, has been described already. Together with this board and accessories are also delivered some drivers and few software tools. One very convenient tool developer has at disposal is so-called QCOM piece of software. You have here one screenshot. This is running without installation on a different operating system. The tool is used for communication with modules using serial port. Basically, you can use any hyperterminal window or PuTTY if you like. Only here you have the possibility to send more characters at the same time, not one by one. Tool configuration is described in short PDF document provided with the tool. There is a possibility to save scripts, those AT commands flow, and reuse them. Such test scripts files have an extension ini. So here you can write commands, then you can save a script and load it later on. The log file you can save is a common text file. It's here. You could see four main functional areas of the tool. The biggest window displays received data. The window below shows every status information. On your left-hand side, below the place where user types commands, and the right-hand side, marked here with green, is used for automated and continuous sending data. In usual scenario, you have some AT command flow that has to be executed for a specific functionality to be achieved. Then it is nice to have all those fields filled in with data-related commands, handy for use while testing or setting up certain functionality of the modules. If module is not performing a task in a given moment, it is then in idle state. While in idle state, the power consumption of the module is still significant, in particular compared to the power consumption of the module while in sleep state. This is why GSM specification recommends support of the so-called sleep mode. While sleeping, device is periodically synchronizing with the base station. Number of cycles in a time frame means DRX5 or DRX9, which stands for Discontinuous Reception, is defined by the base station, by the provider. The current consumption is then defined also by the operator. For instance, the current supply of the M95 is 0.9 mA and 0.7 mA respectively for DRX5 and DRX9. While sleeping, module is still reachable. There are several scenarios for waking up the module. By pulling down the specific DTR pin of the module to a low level, the module will wake up and stay active about 20 milliseconds. You can wake it up by sending an SMS to the module, we will see later, by calling the number of the SIM card provider installed in the module, or by sending some data, means in this case configuring a TCP connection and sending TCP data. For testing purposes, developer has the possibility to use a specific AT command, here presented, =1 is putting the module into the sleep state. Per default is this equals 0. Let me show you how this can be done with a short message service. For texting or sending SMS, make sure you have a valid PIN number for the SIM card and change the message format to 1. That's very important. For using output messages in text format, as it is per default 0. Then you type the command with the telephone number and you get the prompt sign. Write your message, in this case webinar test, and when you are finished, finish it with Ctrl-Z key combination of your keyboard. If you change your mind, you come out of the prompt with escape. OK is a confirmation that is all well done, and the returned value in my case is 31. This is the memory location where the message was stored. Now you can put the module to sleep with above mentioned command. Looking at the tool output, the window with the status information shows messages of module communicating with the base station, defined with DRX parameter mentioned before. The module is not reachable now. No AT command will result with response, unless you type AT QS clock equals 0, which is waking up the module, and hit the right moment while module is synchronizing. Simplest way to test SMS wake up procedure is to reply to your text message, as I did it with wake up. As soon as you get the information of the module, of the message arrived, you have time to make your waking up action. In case of incoming call, the scenario is almost the same. Instead of CMTI as the reply, an information you will find only a ring on the output window. And this is your time to react.